The latest update to the Insta360 1R allows it to do some pretty cool stuff, and we need to talk about that. The hardware in the Insta360 1R makes it a pretty good camera, but then what I think takes it above and beyond other 360 cameras is the really powerful software they've built in to the app. And this is something that they continue to update. And so instead of the camera just becoming outdated in a few months, it's actually becoming a better camera as the weeks and months go by. And the latest update to their app allows you to do what they're calling a freeze frame, which is basically like a hybrid slow motion. It doesn't just freeze, it actually continues to move. So what's happening is instead of it being a true slow motion that's taken at a really high frame rate, it's actually taken at 30 frames per second, and then in the app it's stretched out and the AI detects what's moving and it adds frames in between the frames that were actually taken. So it creates what I'm calling a hybrid slow motion. And what's really cool about this is that it's not just slow-mo, but because it's 360 slow-mo, we can pan the camera around inside that 360 view as much as we want while that slow motion is happening. And it's really easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Make sure that your camera is set to record at 5.7K at 30 frames per second and start recording some action. Once you get your video recorded, it's time to break out your phone and start doing some editing. Make sure that your camera is turned on and your phone is connected to the camera's Wi-Fi. Now go ahead and open up the Insta360 app. Select the video that you want. Now using the timeline at the bottom of the screen, we can scrub through our footage and find the point where we want to create some slow-mo. When you get there, tap on this little lightning bolt setting and select freeze. And now you can see some settings for whether you want to freeze it for 1 second, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 10 seconds. I'm going to be selecting 10 seconds and then tap on this check mark. Now you'll notice that the video freezes when it gets to that point. And because this is a 360 video, we can reframe this looking at any direction and add keyframes if we want. So I'm going to have it zoomed in a little bit. I'm going to create a keyframe here, set my aspect ratio to be zoomed in just a little bit there. Now I'm going to scrub forward to the end of our freeze frame, create another keyframe, and widen the aspect ratio out a little bit. So now throughout the course of that slow-mo section, the camera will be slowly panning out a little bit. If you wanted to, you could get really crazy and have the camera doing any kind of camera movement during the freeze frame effect. You could have it spin all the way around in circles if you wanted. Anyway, I'm just going to have it pan out a little bit like this. Now all you gotta do is hit the export button at the top. And that's all there is to it. Go be creative and have some fun. 2, 3, jump! Go check out more of my videos right here. If you want an Insta360 1R, link in the description below. I'll see you guys really soon with the next video.